Hello and a warm welcome to the first episode of the Biz-Wis Talk Show. Heartificial, yes, you heard it right, not artificial. Heartificial, heart-to-heart conversations with business owners to learn from their wisdom. So that's the biz and the whiz part. Now, what is the objective of me doing this show? When I attend business seminars, networking events, when I do my one on one coaching, group coaching, one of the questions that business owners consistently ask is, how do we grow our business? Is there a standard mantra? Are we making any mistakes? So I thought the best way to answer this is to hear it from the people who have been there, done it, seen it, experienced it all. And what better way to learn than from hearing and learning from their wisdom? So that's the objective. It is to help business owners grow their business through the wisdom of other business owners. And my first guest on this latest talk show is none other than Mr. Jaydev Virendra Sanghavi. Let me briefly introduce him, and going to be reading this so that I don't make any mistakes. Jaydev ji, as I call him, is a chemical engineering graduate from Mumbai University. He boasts of 34 years of impactful leadership at Aarvi Encon Ltd, where he started as a business development manager and he has ascended to the executive director position, driving strategic business tie ups and successfully overseeing complex projects. Recognizing a niche, and we're talking about 1996, recognizing a niche in HR project consulting, he pioneered the manpower supply division, transforming it into India's largest technical staffing company. Jaydevji's leadership led to the company's going global with its presence now in countries like Oman, UAE, Qatar, UK, and Indonesia. A Harvard Business Executive Education alumnus, he has implemented the valuable insights he learned from there, contributing significantly to the remarkable growth of Aarvi Encon Ltd. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to be having Jaydev Virendra Sanghavi on my show. Welcome, sir. Welcome. If you think I have missed out on something, please feel free to add.
No, you've been more than candid. Thank you very much, sir. It's honor and pleasure to be on Biz-Wis Talk Show. I hope I can add value to the show, and let's begin.
Absolutely. So let's get started. And I know that you've spent about 34 years in this organization, but I'm sure it would have all started at some point in time. So, what inspired you to get into this business, and what's the core vision driving it forward? That's my first question to you.
This business, I'm actually a second generation entrepreneur. My father started this organization way back in 1987. He
Right.
was working for engineering consulting company called Devi Power Gas during that time, which is now OK Solution. And the first vision which company was started was to be a leading engineering consulting company. So that's how uh, Encon word was coined as an engineering consulting organization. And we did multiple projects, a lot of projects on Thana Belapur, Reliance, which is Heartificial Chemicals, Indian Oil, Reliance. Uh, and but the business pivoted actually when Reliance was setting up their first refinery in Jamnagar, and that's the time when they had invited us. Okay, why don't you loan your people, and they'll become owners representative for the project, and and that's the beginning. And from that to today, we are now 5,000 odd engineers on our roll and 150 people. So vision has changed over the period. So we actually now intend to be, uh, as you said, that we've expanded internationally. So we intend to be a global leader in providing solutions for technical manpower.
Brilliant, brilliant. So my learning from that, sir, is that get started. You never know where that vision is going to take you, and that's what is
Sure. Sure.
get started, isn't it? That's what
Yes,
I
sir.
learned from this. Get started. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So yes, you got started, and then what happens is that you would have faced a lot of challenges, obstacles. Could you share some of those obstacles, challenges, and how did you navigate through them to achieve the growth that you have, significant growth that you have achieved?
So, in terms of the business wise, I would say we were lucky, to be honest. The clientele, whomever we reached out in regards to technical staffing, we went to all the EPC companies, all the oil companies, and that was maybe a need of an hour, and we were always welcome. So the growth happened year on year subsequently. So business wise, those were not a major challenge, but currently what I'm looking at in terms of in the scenario what we are is when people talk about AI and use of AI is an important aspect for us. Where I see a challenge is a lot of recruiters feel that they may lose their job type of this a thought it is. It's instead of utilizing the tool to the best level, they have this mindset which comes out, and they led to some resistance in our organization also. But then they saw the value coming in with the tool what we are using, AI tool what we are using for recruiting. They saw the value, and I think they are all gung-ho about it now. So important aspect I would say, there's this don't thobify on anyone. Uh,
Mm.
in terms of don't put on anyone, communicate, explain the benefit, the use, uh, how they are going to be a supportive, and human mind is not being going to be taken by AI. It is because AI will just help you to get the resources, but you may have to talk. So emotion intelligence will be very very important, which will come out. So that was a one of the major challenge what we had seen, and uh, that is means very very recently. Another major is you know I would say when the organization grows and senior people are in always in the organization, who are there with you for a longer period, and they are their experience is invaluable. And but many times they feel what I say is insecurity also you know gets into them. So explaining it to them in terms of the making them as a growth mindset and focus on the mutual progress uh, will lead to the growth of the company, I would say. So best is having the communication with your senior leaders also, in terms of uh, have a regular one-to-one with them in terms of, okay, what's the uh, company objective and their objective or goals, are they aligned, and make sure they are aligned together, so for the growth.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, two learnings for me there, that technology may change, AI or anything will come, but that's not going to replace human beings in any way. It can only help them as an aid. So, we shouldn't be afraid of technological challenges. Second is, when people stay with you longer, or regardless of whether people stay with you longer or not, I think communication, transparency is a must. And that's a great message for any business owners who are listening. All right, that brings me to the next question, which is, what mistakes did you make along the way? And what were the learnings that helped you to pivot from that? Now, this question is slightly different from the previous question. Yes,
Sure,
we would have
sure.
all made mistakes. But what did you learn from that? And how can we implement as business owners?
Sure. So yeah, as you said, mistake is get doing means it's a part of life. None of us are God to not make mistakes. So mistake is going to happen, but we have to make sure that we do not repeat the mistakes what has been made, and learn from the mistakes, and move on in terms of. So I would say that when all of us, when we are in the growth strategy type of I want to be X and 2X and 10X, and when you see, people around you, their growth, and you tend to make a mistake of uh, taking a tender at a throwaway price. It's at a, you know, at a very, very low margin, you tend to get the business. It's an important, I would say, that if your pipeline is very strong, then you would not make those type of mistakes, because you'll say, "Yeah, ये धंधा नहीं तो दूसरा तो है अपने पास, something else we will get into it." So it's an
Right,
important
right.
in terms of making sure that your uh, pipeline has to be very, very strong in terms of. Uh, Another biggest mistake I have made, and my friends have also told me, in terms of, I did not get myself a coach early in the stage. So I should have got a coach for myself during the early career time, means growing time. Uh, got myself a coach very, very late. So I would highly recommend people, business owners, entrepreneurs, you know, they should look at mentors or a coach who would and the coach which comes out and tells you, boss, what you are doing is wrong. It need not be that the coach has to be a goody goody guy, you know. So
Sure.
that's what I would say is my one of my biggest
Beautiful.
uh,
Beautiful.
mistake.
It takes a lot of courage to admit that. And two learnings for me there. One is that do not compromise on your margins. And in order to do that, make sure that your marketing pipeline is full. Because if your marketing pipeline is full, then you can reject those low margin businesses. And make sure that you have a mentor, a guide, a coach who questions your decisions, who questions you not in a friendly manner, but can be a strong advocate of things that you're doing wrong. Excellent, excellent.
So
So the
just
next
to add
question.
on to that, I'm so
Yes.
sorry. So we
Yeah, yeah, no
had
issues. Yes.
PN Devrajan as a board member. PN Devrajan is ex-Reliance.
Right.
He was managing director with HOC, IDBI. So a well-known guy, but he always came out with all the board meetings. He came out with a new ideas, new things. Always questioned
Right.
us and me, our team, in regards to, oh, you are doing this, but where is your competitor mapping? What is the size of your business? What is the size of economy? So
Yes.
it got us into thinking that what we are doing, maybe is it uh, many times you are doing things uh, unknowingly, but it helps you in terms of getting it penned down and implement the things. So I thought
Absolutely.
Devrajan sir played a important role in our lives.
Absolutely. So always having a mentor, an independent person looking at your business from a different perspective helps. Excellent, excellent, sir. Now, you have got this business to around 400, 500 crores now. What's the next big vision and how do you envisage seeing yourself get to that?
Yeah, to say that my vision for the company is to be a global leader in providing solutions in technical manpower. So uh, uh, at the moment, we are still an India-centered company. 95% of the business comes from India. 5% is from international.
Okay.
COVID time helped us to really look at our strategy and make sure okay, this is a time when we can set up offices there, get foot in the country, other countries. So that's the reason we set up most of the places in Middle East and Indonesia, and we thought UK can be a great place, but we are slowing down in UK, but other places we are going all gun out. Vision is, can we be move from 5% to 20% of my sales coming out from my international offices. So the thought processes at which all of us are moving.
Right.
We started as a staffing company. We have added verticals in operation and maintenance. We want to be one of the significant player in O&M solutions also. So we do around 5-6 projects of operation maintenance of tank terminals, and you've, that's where
Sure.
we see that a growth strategy is what for us in terms of to expand internationally, get into O&M business more internationally.
Brilliant, brilliant. So the learning is that have strategic thinking and strategic plans in such a manner that if you have stabilized in one place, you can always look at other places to grow. Brilliant, brilliant.
So
What
there is
is
an
the
article.
one
So
advice?
there is an article, because you mentioned about this. I should add it to it in terms of there is an article from our business review only in terms of do not change too many. I would say things means we want to do manpower. We did it in India, and we moved from manpower India to manpower international. We didn't go
Right.
jump from because over the period of 20-25 years we learned about the business in India. We didn't get into operation and maintenance in internationally as on today. We want to focus. We want to get our foot in the ground into O&M in India, and then after a few years when we are confident, then we get into it. So any don't have too many variables changed in the business in terms of so multiple variable changes where there are chances of failures
Got that.
comes.
Got that. Don't have multiple variable changes. Stick to your niche and learn from your past mistakes and move on. Brilliant. So, what is the one piece of advice if you were to give to the aspiring business owners or others in the market as a parting message from your side?
I would two things. One is do business ethically. It's very, very important in terms of धंधा तो है,
Yes.
everyone has been able to make money,
Yes.
but it is important to make sure that you do this business with integrity, do business ethically, make
Right.
sure you that's I would say a core, and we try to follow it on in my organization, Aarvi Encon, through and through that.
Right.
In terms of so also I would say don't go cheap in terms of learn to say no in a business. Many times it's very tough for a lot of budding entrepreneurs, young guys, in terms of अरे ले लेते हैं ना बाद में देखेंगे, but ले लेते हैं. Learn to say where you have no margins or very pathetic margins. Learn to say no. We'll get some newer business. It's not that end of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Work ethically and learn to say no. It is difficult. And that's the first principle I learned in business, to be honest. Hearing a no. When you are used to hearing a no, it's easier to grow, I feel. Thank you. Thank you, Jaydev ji, for sharing your insights and your wisdom. And I'm sure that business owners and others who have been listening to it will benefit a lot from it. Thank you very much. With that, we come to the conclusion of episode 1 of the Biz-Wis Talk Show. If you need more such information on how you can grow your business, please do visit my website, https://shankarvishwanath.com. You will find a lot of resources in that website, and you will also get a document to download which will help you to grow your business with an action plan for the next 90 days. See you very, very soon in yet another episode of the Biz-Wis Talk Show. Till then, take good care of yourself. Goodbye and God bless. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye, and all the best to you for Biz-Wis Talk Show, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.